Good morning and welcome back to the channel, guys. Hey, I'm going to give you this episode's kind of going to be a recap. I got a lot of stuff done on the Camaro since the last episode. Basically, a lot of the wiring, as I showed you guys before. I went ahead from, American Auto Wire, replaced all the wiring front to back in the car just because the old 50-year-old stuff was just spliced into old, painted on. So I got everything replaced. I didn't think I want to film that. It's real boring, guys, and it's real tedious. I mean, it took probably like 4 or 5 days just to, take everything out, rewire everything front to rear, make sure everything's tucked and zip tied and, everything else. And I got a lot of other stuff done on the inside also. So let me give you a quick rundown front to rear on all the wiring and the other stuff that was done and play a little catch up. All right, so on everything here, play a little catch up on the wiring. So before in the one of the previous episodes, I already showed you guys that I'd replaced the front light harness and the front engine harness. These are all kind of updated versions from American Auto Wire. So I can run the front light harness, a 1-wire amp alternator, as you can see there. Just 1 wire here. So I got everything all nice and tucked and, loomed and zip tied and tucked out of the way. I got a new dual pulse battery because all the wiring back there is for the Holley Sniper EFI. So that's all installed. As I showed you guys before, air cleaners on, thermostat, temperature sensors, all that stuff's on. So basically, it's like I said, it was real tedious, guys. All this wiring is just, you got to take your time, and that's what it is. It's all about time. Get everything in there. I got everything kind of wire loom zip tied. I also installed brand new LED 7s from Dapper Lighting, which they're daytime running halos for ring around the outside. And then, of course, the middle is, your LED light. So I really like those. They're really nice. Tested everything out. Looks really, really good. And I'll show you guys kind of here in a little bit and stuff in the next video. I'll show you what everything looks like when it's done, when it's running and stuff. But we got everything ready to rock and roll. So here is the radiator. Everything's installed there. This radiator from DeWitt's I really, really like. This here, they put a temperature sensor in the radiator so you don't have to try and find another Boss location, in your block or your head, which is a really nice feature because now I have the dual spall fans. They're wired directly to the battery full time and also a 12-volt switch source. So that way when the car shuts off and it's still hot, it'll still cool it down to below the temperature. And I think the thermostat's a 195 thermostat. So this is a lot of the wiring for that. So these spall fans come with the two, I think they're like 30 amp relays. So I got these located over here, nice and neat. Everything else is, tucked, all in the wire loom. Also installed, this is a Detroit Speed, delay windshield wiper motor. So, which is, a lot more space saving. Freed up, a lot of space compared to the bulky one. Now, the only downfall is, and I've talked with Detroit Speed about it, they've tried to engineer this thing the best that they can, but unfortunately, because these are a hidden wiper system in the 71 Camaro, so as you can see, they'll stay clocked. That's the only downfall, is they don't tuck back down. They just, engineer-wise, they just can't figure it out yet. Kyle Tucker, there's an awesome engineer, but they've just spent countless hours, and hopefully maybe one day they will, but for the meantime, I'm okay. They'll stay clocked up a little bit, but, when I want to daily drive this and I'm in the rain and stuff, it doesn't bother me at all. Now, if I was doing more of a pure show car and stuff, then yeah, I probably would have kept the original one and, had them so they clock back down where they're supposed to sit, but other goodies is these are Eddie Motorsports. Quarter support billet, anodized black. This is from Custom Custom Works out of California. So this is the core support cover and closeout panel. So I got that all installed. Everything, got the brakes bled, the hydraulic clutch bled. That took a while. It's just constant working that pedal in and out, to get all the air out, which is real important, because if not, you're not going to have any, pressure on your slave cylinder. This here I picked up. I really like this. This is my overflow, and I didn't really want something bright and in the way. So Jags actually has this black anodized one, so it just kind of looks inconspicuous over here on the fender well. But I really like it. It's a recirc one too. So it's your little filter, and then your line comes in at the bottom. But I don't think I'd have any problems with this overheating at all. This thing is like probably cool, a big truck if I wanted to. I love this DeWitt's radiator. So that's kind of, the front. Like I said, everything is just, I try to tuck it as nice and neat as I can. As you can see, it's just, time consuming, guys. Then we get back up here into the inside. As you can see, this here I showed you guys before. This is all speed hut gauges. So you got GPS speedometer. So there's my little signal sender right there. I also added, it's a Kenwood radio, and then it's Bluetooth. So here's a little microphone. So I ran the wire down here, the windshield pillar cover, and ran it up in here. So like I said, there's the rest of the dash. It's beautiful at night too, and I'll give you guys a shot of that at night. It's like kind of like a blue background, and then the needle sweeps are red. So I really like that. Got to design it yourself. So if you guys want some, kick butt gauges, then Speed Hut is the way to go. Of course, there's the Sniper LCD and program screen. I still have, I ordered one of the nostalgic walnut wood wheels. I still have to put that on. Shouldn't be too bad. Just, pop this one off and put the adapter hub on, and then plug it in, get it ready to rock and roll. This little switch here is the wiper motor. That's the one that Detroit Speed supplies with it. They kind of send you a whole control module, and that kind of screws underneath the dash here. You can't really see that. Might be able to if I lean this down here. It's kind of, it's right there is kind of the control module. And then it's got the wires that come out of the back of it and stuff. But then I added LED bulbs on the inside for all the courtesy lights and the dome and the underneath dash lights. All that's brand new wiring. Like I said, guys, this is real time consuming. So a complete dash instrument, the intermediate dash, the intermediate harness that goes from the fuse panel to the rear tail light, and then all tail light harness lights too. And then I added a couple features too that my Camaro didn't have, like a trunk light in the rear, and then like I said, these courtesy lights, they weren't. Also the one that goes in the center console, the back courtesy light, added that. So everything works as it should. Like I said, just take your time, route everything properly, and you're good to go. Like I said, I'll get you guys a video with the lights on and stuff, and show you the different, how bright they are and stuff, the tail lights and everything, and the halos. Like I said, I'm really in love with those halos. I like them. They're a really cool feature. The daytime running lights, really bright. But other than that, so that's kind of a summary of the wiring, and literally it is this box right here, guys. I mean, that's everything that I replaced. You can see, I mean, it is kind of just real crappy. I took stuff out, when I kept taking it out, everything was just spliced into and just old and painted on, and it was just ridiculous. And I didn't want to run into any wiring issues, because then you're chasing problems when you're trying to, you know, especially when you're trying to splice everything in and wire everything in correctly with all this stuff, you know, with the dash, all the gauges, you know, your temperature sensors, everything. So, but that's kind of what we got going on. Like I said, front to rear, all the wiring, the insides back together. National Parts Depot, brand new dash pad if you guys are looking for a really, really nice one that fit perfect. It's even got the extra, there's, instead of 3, they put 5 of the little clips that fit in your dash. And I know some other people have done a, you know, tutorial on that stuff, like Lethal Garage. He does a really good tutorial on that, how to install that stuff. You know, like I said, I just didn't have time to film everything. It was just real tedious. So everything is good to go. So I'm going to start getting some driving videos for you guys. Like I said, everything, I had to kind of let the sniper do its thing and tune, get everything warmed, make sure everything works, tested everything, all the lights, front and rear, inside and out. So now that everything's good to go, I will definitely get you guys some driving videos. And then also, you know, we'll get you guys some cold starts. This thing is absolutely nasty with the custom exhaust that you guys saw that I had done at the Classic Resurrection shop. Plus I put in electric cutouts. I really didn't need them. This thing is stupid loud without them, but it sounds like a NASCAR when I open them. So you guys are going to enjoy that. It's loud. I'm sure you know, at night, if I come home at night, the neighbors aren't, but hey, they love the car, so they're not really going to complain. They're car guys too. So that's kind of a summary with everything. Like I said, I'll get you guys on the next video, and I'll show you basically all the working stuff, you know, the fruits of the labor from everything that I did. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and I will hit you guys back up on the next video.